Hello once again, MrScaryMuffin here, as you can tell by the name on the bottom left, and I am showing yet another game from that Nugget Bridge tournament. My wife is trying to put this Bulbasaur on the camera, but she doesn't know where the camera is, so here you go, guys. Here's the Bulbasaur. Oh my god, it's ginormous on the camera. Can you even tell that it's a Bulbasaur? Based on that, there's a little claw. Anyways, this is my 5th round opponent. We are both 2-2 at this point in the tournament. Once again, I've switched up my team. I've removed my Charizard and the Aegislash, and instead I threw in a T-Tar and the Rotom Heat into this team. But I am bringing in the T-Tar, not the Rotom, into this battle. And we're going to see how this goes for me. I think my opponent was significantly better than I was in this particular round. And I may or may not have gotten straight up mollywopped here. I don't remember. Anyways, Kangaskhan comes out. I am using Sandveil Garchomp because I really want to try it out. Sandveil does give me plus evasion under sand, and that is what the T-Tar is for, the Tyranitar. To get that sand. And I've also, the other thing I've done was I also swapped out my Quick Guard on my Meowstic at this point, and I've given it Fake Out. And something I learned was that with a little bit of speed investment on the Meowstic, I can outspeed the Kangaskhan, but not outspeed Mega Kangaskhan. And of course, initiative is set at the beginning of every turn. So if we threw out, if he throws out his Kangaskhan and I throw out my Meowstic, I will get off my Fake Out first every single time and stop that Fake Out as well. But I also know that his Kangaskhan doesn't want to hit my Garchomp with the Fake Out because of the risk of rough skin. And I try to throw a Swagger onto the Rotom, and he switches into a Garchomp, which then has a Lumberry to evade the confusion, and I just basically +2 my opponent's Garchomp for free at this point, and I'm like, well, ships, that's actually very, very bad. So I need to get my Garchomp out of there and quickly get my Mawile in to do some good damage before that Garchomp goes crazy on me. And also get some Intimidates off to negate some of that. He's actually going to protect. I think he was expecting a Dragon Claw or something coming his way. I'm going to get a Safeguard up, expecting my Meowstic to be able to live at least one more turn. We'll see if that happens. Here comes a big return. Boom, hits the Mawile, and this is what I was talking about a couple games back, how switching in with the Mawile was actually super risky, and I didn't realize, because you saw that it was not very effective attack. I do the air quotes for that one, but it still hit like a beast against the Mawile, and I took a ridiculous amount of damage on it. But I'm going to get my Swagger off this time, get the +2 and not get confused because of the Safeguard. Get the Sucker Punch off on the Kangaskhan and hope to one-shot it, and then do a +2 Sucker Punch with the Mawile does a ridiculous amount of damage. I'm actually very tempted to try an Adamant Mawile instead of a defensive build just to see how much damage I can get with that Sucker Punch. T-Tar is going to come out here, and both of them have moves that can finish off my Mawile, but I'm hoping to be able to do something before I go down. Probably going to be throwing out that Sucker Punch like a crazy person, but first I'm going to protect and see what my thing can do. And I'm going to try to Swagger the T-Tar, just hoping that maybe it's a special T-Tar instead of a physical attack T-Tar. T-Tars these days tend to be special, and it's safe to assume that they might be special, but they could still be a physical attacker. But that +1 Earthquake is going to come on, and it's going to hurt a lot and take out my Meowstic. But here comes the Garchomp, hero of the day. He's going to withdraw the T-Tar, interestingly enough. And I'm hoping my Sandveil here will be helpful. Going to get a Dragon Claw off on that Garchomp and hopefully be able to finish it off with another attack. I think I was Focus Sash for this match, and hitting that Rough Skin breaks the Sash, so unfortunately not going to get that. Earthquake's going to come out, it's going to finish off the Mawile, unfortunately. I should have really Sucker Punched that Garchomp, but I think even then the Rough Skin will probably kill my Mawile. I assumed that maybe his Garchomp was going to protect, because he was using protect quite a lot during this match. So I throw out my T-Tar this time, and I'm basically just hoping to be able to get through this. My Garchomp is actually faster than his Garchomp, and I thought I was just winning speed ties here, luckily, but it looks like I was straight up just faster than he was. So I'm going to get the kill there, but he's going to get the Will-O-Wisp, but I am protected by safeguards, sucker! Forgot about that. I think we both forgot about that, and this Rock Slide is going to do a ridiculous amount of damage for weakness. And also because it's a spread move, but then focused onto one Pokemon, so now I'm no longer protected by Safeguard. So that's a bit of miscalculation on my opponent's part here. My T-Tar is going to use Protect, and I'm hoping that my Earthquake will be able to finish off the Tyranitar here. But as you can see, right about here, the T-Tar is EV'd to survive. And I actually hit it with a critical attack as well. So it's EV to survive a Earthquake from my guy. And with his Rock Slide, it's going to reduce my guys to a shriveling amount. And I think his has some speed EVs invested into him as well. So his guy is a little bit faster than my guy. And his is a physical type attacker too. He's just going to spam that Rock Slide. I think it's like Choice Scarf or something. No, actually, it's no, his weakness policy. So, and it really sucked that I didn't get attacked off. He flinched me and basically hacks me out of this because that was the only thing he could do. I don't know what I could do at this point, so I just threw out a Protect for fun. There's nothing I could do. I mean, if I didn't flinch that last turn and I landed my attack, then I would have won. But that flinch actually made a huge difference in this case. So, sucks for me, but I did get lucky in my previous game. So, you know, all's fair in the game, and he basically did the only thing that he could do in order to stand a chance to win the match, or win the round there. Alright, so going into game 2 now. Of course, this is a best of 3 tournament. Gonna start off with my Mawile and Garchomp. I think I decided to sit Meowstic at home because he wasn't doing that much work in this matchup, and get off some Intimidates on that Kangaskhan. I'm going to throw up the double Protect to wait out this Fake Out round. Fake Out, of course, can only be used successfully on the first turn it comes out. And actually, I was going to leave the Garchomp alone, hoping that he forgets that I wasn't rough skinned, and you know, assuming that if it was rough skinned, then he wouldn't want to slap it. But he does Fake Out it anyways, and I don't get to Rock Slide like I wanted to. But I'm going to get my Mega Evolution out. He got his Mega Evolution out. I think he didn't Mega Evolve just to do the Fake Out because he wasn't sure if I was rough skin, and he didn't want to take the double rough skin, which he would have to take if he was Mega Evolved. I'm hoping for a flinch here as well, just to get back at him. But he's going to get a Power Up Punch off on me. Going to hit the Mawile. Even a critical hit doesn't do that much damage. But he is going to be pumped up to +1 now because of the Intimidate earlier. And the Will-O-Wisp is going to go out on the Garchomp, which sucks. So now I am at half my normal strength. I'm going to pull out the Garchomp. There's not much I can do now that it's burned, but I'm hoping to be able to do something wonderful with Gardevoir. Gonna trace the Levitate. I was really hoping to trace the Parental Bond and be able to attack twice, but took the Levitate instead. That really sucked. And he's gonna double team on the Mawile here, maybe? Get the Sucker Punch off on the Gardevoir. And my Sucker Punch is going to fail because it goes second, and I didn't realize this. I always assumed that even if he went first, as long as he attacked, I would be okay. And so that was a very unfortunate incident for me. I wish I knew my moves a little bit better, but I'm learning. Learned a little bit more. Going to get some decent damage, but my Mawile is super beefy. Going to get some chip sand damage on that Rotom. I probably should have switched out to the T-Tar a lot earlier than this. And I'm assuming that he was going to try to finish off the Mawile. I'm surprised he hasn't thrown a fire attack at the Mawile yet. He kept assuming I was going to switch, I guess, and which is why he kept throwing those Thunderbolts out. But even then, if I swapped over to Garchomp, then they would have just not taken any damage. I don't know. Kind of played it weirdly. And he's going to swap out his Kangaskhan, even though the Kangaskhan was like a huge plus on his attacks, and bring out the Amoonguss. And I'm going to try to preserve my Mawile for maybe one more attack. My Garchomp is basically throwaway at this point. I protect with the T-Tar because this was kind of a nothing turn for me anyways. And Thunderbolt does not affect the Garchomp. So hoping to do some damage here. I do have Fire Blast or Ice Beam that I can hit Amoonguss with using my T-Tar. And hoping that my Rock Slide, like 2 Rock Slides, might be able to take out the Rotom, but he's going to protect with the Rotom, keep it alive for a little longer. Oh, so rough. So rough, man. Maybe I'll get a flinch off at least. Revenge flinch. Wow, it does like nothing. And T-Tar, even with the Life Orb, doesn't do that much damage with the Flamethrower. It's really unfortunate. It's going to put the T-Tar to sleep because, you know, why not? When you're winning, win harder. No, major props to my opponent. He is doing an extremely good job predicting me at this point, and he's definitely outplaying me. So I'm gonna stuck here, and it sucks. All I can do is really hope for the flinches with this Rock Slide. Do pretty good damage on the Rotom this time. Did I get a critical hit? Yeah, I got a critical hit. And I learned this later on that a crit ignores any debuffs you have. So if I was burned, the burn negative effects no longer occur because I hit that crit. So that's a nice thing to know. I didn't know it during this match, but I learned it later on. I was hoping that my T-Tar would be able to survive a little bit longer. But nope, Giga Drain. It's going to come out and it's going to help the Amoonguss recover a little bit. You can see it did very little damage, and there's 2 reasons for that. One is because Sand gives T-Tar a bonus on his special defense, and other thing is usually Amoonguss doesn't have that much investment on its attack. It's most of its investment is on defense. But my Garchomp is slowly ticking away here. I can just continue spamming, and the Rotom manages to dodge this. I really needed to kill it with this attack, which is really unfortunate. And that Thunderbolt's going to go on the T-Tar. T-Tar's going to barely take any damage. Thanks again to that nice special defense buff from the Sand. But the Amoonguss does get flinch, so that's going to help. Maybe I can kill it this time? Oh, but my burn is going to happen, though. Don't die. Ah! If I had one more turn, I would be able to maybe get that Rotom, but he'll probably protect again to avoid that, which really sucks. My Gardevoir comes out, and basically my Gardevoir has a sliver of health, my Mawile has a sliver of health, and my T-Tar is asleep at this point. I really don't stand a chance, much if at all. Even my Dazzling Gleam doesn't do that much damage, and Thunderbolt's going to finish off the Gardevoir. I was hoping that I would be able to chip out the Rotom and then do a little bit of damage on the Amoonguss, and my T-Tar would be able to finish off the Amoonguss. At this point, I'm not trying to hide any of my moves. I thought maybe he'll switch into his Dragon type, so I threw out the Ice Beam in case he did switch. Ice Beam will hit the majority of his stuff pretty hard. But yeah, that Rotom just staying alive forever. I just need a Sucker Punch on that, but I'm pretty sure Fake Outs are going to come out this round, so I need to double protect in order to avoid the Fake Outs this round. And sure enough, he tried the Fake Out, nothing happened, and Rotom tried Will-O-Wisp, nothing happened, and now Rotom can protect. I actually went for a double protect on the Mawile, and Sucker Punch is going to fail because he assumed I was going to be attacking, and Will-O-Wisp, it's going to hit the T-Tar. T-Tar is like Rasputin at this point. It's going to get hit with every special effect. That Rock Slide is actually going to do some decent damage. Yay! Oh, I didn't totally get owned. Alright, so take out 2, and I think he's got 1 more Pokemon left. Have I? Unless I've been not keeping track of my opponent very well. It's the Gardevoir. So this Gardevoir, I think, can just sweep the rest of the team. All I could do is just sucker punch, and without any bonuses on it, I can't finish off in one hit. And this chip damage is gonna finish the Mawile. If my Mawile stayed alive, if it didn't eat one Thunderbolt, I would have been able to win this one. But once again, by the skin of his teeth, my opponent takes it, and I think it's more skill than luck, really. Although that Rotom dodging that one Rock Slide made a pretty big difference, I have to say. So he wins this one 2-0, and I am now officially out of the contention for getting to Top Cup. I will finish off the rest of my Swiss rounds, and if there's any interesting games in the Swiss rounds, I think there might be 1 or 2 more rounds, but yeah, if there's any more interesting games, I will be sure to show it to you guys. Otherwise, I'll be moving on. There's a couple more tournaments coming up as well. There is the BC tournament that is running, or had ran. It's probably finished by the time this video comes up. So I'll get up some videos from that tournament as well, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. Till then, guys, take care. And oh yes, I should probably point out that donation link at the bottom, because I am trying to get a capture card so that these videos will look a lot better and a lot less staticky. So that because I won't be recording with my webcam, but instead I get an actual capture card, so record it right off the computer, and I'll be also able to stream nicely as well too. So look forward to that, guys, and if you guys want to help out with it, because they are extremely pricey, do check out that donation link in the video description below. Till next time, guys, take care. See ya.